Hey guys, it's Alam. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of cities that I built recently in my Minecraft creative map, in which I am actually still working on. So let's start today's video with the Greek-style city, which I began working on in early November. So you can see here that I built several variations of Greek-style buildings, all of which include these pillars and at the edge, either in a square or a circular pattern, and the latter forming a dome at the top. So I built a couple large domes as well. This one is a flame below it, and this one is a fountain. And over here is a market place that I haven't really finished. So there are actually several types of buildings down here. There's the large domes, which I already showed. There's the houses. There's the domed houses, which have like usually three or four sections sticking out and a dome right here at top. These houses, which have these two-story houses with these two-story rectangular houses lined with pillars on the side and the top, but pretty much solid on the bottom. Now this is actually one of the few houses where I have built an interior in this thing. This is actually an enchanting eating room. And over here I built a tower. Here's a bathhouse. Here's a double pillared rectangular building. I actually made this a library. There's a couple lecterns, and actually I didn't put an enchanting one either. Then there's this building, which is actually a square ring sort of house I actually didn't finish. And we have a couple sections sticking up on the top of the building. So and then there's this house, which has a couple of square rectangular sections, lined with pillars on the edges, on top. Over here I built a very large dome, which I actually made into a house. Well, I haven't worked much on the interior yet here. I did work on a spiral staircase here, which could use a little improvement in this section, yeah. And the second floor right now is pretty much empty. Yeah. And I actually plan to build a couple more buildings over here. And then there's these small square houses. Where I lined the bottom with pillars, but the top, make the top solid. Actually, let's head over this way. Here's a better example, because I actually worked on the interior in this one. Storage and the kitchen. There's a kitchen down here. The bedroom and everything up the ladder. Over here I built a Greek-style ship. I haven't added the sails yet, but I will eventually. And here's a very large building. And I made these to look like giant torches, much like the giant torch that I put on top of the centerpiece of the desert city a while back. And over here is my largest house in this city. And let's head inside. And note that I actually lined the interior walls with pillars and arches, just like the outside. Over here I just put a few candles. And over here is more of a kitchen area. Yeah. one last thing. This huge temple, the huge temple on the hill, that I only really finished on one side. Like I finished most of the building, but about half of the roof isn't done yet. I haven't built a statue to go along with it yet. I will also do that eventually. So here's a view of what I have built so far, the city, from up here. Now that we can barely see the large building over there anymore. Alright, now let's head over to, actually before we move on to the next field, let's show the coordinates so you guys know where this is in the map. But now let's head over to negative 1050, 11250. And in a moment when this all loads up here, you will see the other city that I'm showing you guys today, the Japanese style city. So this was actually the first this here was actually the first house that I built in this city, which I began working on about 2 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks ago. Okay. Note how I curved the corners of the roof up like this. And for this, for these builds, I actually went by I followed a lot of tutorials that I watched on YouTube when searching how to build these styles. So here's a small koi pond, a street light, a samurai sword decoration, and as we head over, let's head over this way. Now let's head over this way. Over here I use a cherry blossom tree as a centerpiece for this intersection. You'll actually see a lot of those in this build. Made this building a fruit shop. And note that I have not built the interiors of many of these buildings yet. But over here is a warehouse and a bit of a sort of storage area, similar to the one that I have in the Mesa port city that I built a year ago. So we found at 800 whatever, and then negative 100 or so in this map. Now I'm not sure what to call this biome in the background there, actually, but you may be wondering why I have this yellow banner on my hotbar. That's because I will actually make a banner for the Japanese city. So let's bring out our brick banner pattern, or the banner patterns in here. Snout, globe, thing, full charge, fever charge, flower charge. Alright. Actually, I don't know if they're the brick banner pattern. Instead, we have to bring out the brick block. Instead, I think we could use the brick block in the loom. There it is. Now, let's bring out our red dye, our light gray dye, and our orange dye. So, let's put this in the loom. So we don't even need the pattern, actually. So let's bring out a brick pattern. Let's bring out our red dye once again, and our black dye. So now let's line the sides, or actually no, that's the opposite of what we'd like here. So let's make this a bit of a gradient. That's pretty cool. And now let's bring out our red dye again. There. Bam. And now let's bring out our red dye again. And now let's go booyah. And now let's bring out a black dye, and finally put a frame around the banner. There. It's a pretty cool looking banner for our city. So now let's put our banner on the warehouse. And I will get to this pagoda on the hill in a while. It is turning nighttime. And the light and the lanterns on the dark oak actually look pretty cool. But now let's head up to the bedroom. Well, now I will show you guys this part. This part. This sort of garden part of the city. You probably saw in the background. Although here's a small house and a four-layer pagoda house, or pagoda-style house. Now let's put our new banner on the sides of this Japanese bridge, which I built over this pond here. There. So on the other side of the bridge, I built several flower fields. This one is dandelions, this one's tulips, rose bushes, and poppies. The blue flowers, the orchids, and here's a bamboo field. And over here I actually built this area based on a wallpaper that I actually had on my Windows lock screen about 5 months ago, or 4.5 months ago. Now if you head over this way, you'll head through the lawn here, which I put another cherry blossom tree. And follow this path. I actually have not built a lot of this down yet. So actually, let's fix that right now. There. Now note that I don't even smoothed out a lot of the terrain on the path yet. So let's head back over to the bridge for a little bit and take a look at these pillar lamps, which I will actually build by the path leading up to the pagoda. So bring out our materials for that. There. And head back over. Build our first pillar lamp here. Bam, 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 bam. Let's go bam. Bring out I forgot our acacia fences. Let's bring them out here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Boop. There. Let's bring out our acacia trapdoors. Bam, bam, bam. And now let's put another pillar lamp here. There. I just dropped the acacia slab like huge. There. Now let's head up the hill. Yeah, I still have not smoothed a lot of this out. Yeah. But in the end, I will have this path follow this curve, leading right up to this pagoda. And the centerpiece of our city. So let's put the city banner on top. and down here. Wow. Actually, no, mostly done with this build, but not completely, as you can probably tell. Especially considering that I don't really have a floor here, so I'll fix that now. Go do that. Actually, I don't even have to click until I fill this out. Instead, I will just type in /fill 103 or ABC coordinate at the other side, 1,187. And then smooth stone. There. Saved me 146 clicks. There. Now we still need to fill out this wall, and then we'll be just about done. Let's just bring this over. Birch, wood. Let's go. And since the video is kind of dragging out, I'll just do the other side and then do the outro to this video. There. There. Now let's do this side, which is really the back side actually, and then decorated. I have a couple more cherry blossom trees and then bamboo. There. So that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry for the recent inactivity. These projects actually take quite a while to build. Yeah, I will keep uploading more Minecraft creative videos in the near future. And if you have any suggestions for names for these cities, let me know in the comments section down below. Or if you'd like to let me know what style I should do next. Yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell and click on all for all notifications. And goodbye.